Eliza, who claims that we did nothing but hurt her. I object. It's coming. It's coming. I'm here to object that because we did nothing but help her. Mr. Higgins here is a great man. Great man. That's about it.
Do you have anything else you would like to call?
Not yet. You first.
Alright.
Alright. Well, you see, it seems as if my client...
Eliza, the way to speak, is that contagious?
No, it's not. Okay. Just chew tobacco, then you'll get this. Okay. So, it seems as if Mr. Higgins over there helped my client, but truth is, he only harmed her. Deeply. Emotionally and mentally.
Even that mole on your
Okay.
I keep saying mole.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to present.
Alright. Will the first witness come forward?
Am I calling? You sat down.
The first witness.
Miss. I'm not in the paper.
He doesn't even know who his witness is.
I do. I'm calling Eliza up here. Go in front.
You call Eliza Doolittle?
Yes.
Better talk to my client nicer.
Hey, Sierra.
I'm not going to swear you in. I don't have a Bible. That's cool. She's a janitor?
Order! Miss Eliza. How do you feel about what Mr. Higgins has done for you?
Well, he did help me, you know.
Right, so he did help you.
Character.
Are you serious? Well, he did help me a little bit.
Wait, stop right there. So he did help you. So is that what that's what I'm hearing. That's what I got. Right? That's what I got.
Let me finish.
But you finished. You just gave me all the information
Shut
I needed.
up.
That's all I needed.
Badgering the witness.
Well, you see, I decided that I wanted to get a better job. I mean, selling violets in the street, it sucked. So I wanted to go and get a job, and so I decided, well, since he said he made a bet to his friend, whoever he was, Colonel Pickering, he made a bet saying that he could change me in 6 months. So I decided to go and get a service.
And did he?
While he did teach me how to speak, he damaged me emotionally. I mean, look, I can't be a fine lady because I have no other things going for me besides my voice, and I can't sell flowers because everybody else is common and they're not ladylike. So I'm stuck in the middle. I can't get a
You
job.
seem to be stuttering a lot, ma'am. Have you been coached through this speech?
No,
Objection! He is making false accusations.
She's doing a great job.
I'm correct. She doesn't even know English.
Why do you not continue?
Where? Oh, she went
So.
there. Further. Ignore that. Focus on this one.
So, all I got from that is blah 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 blah. Mr. Higgins helped me, and now I'm just complaining.
I never said that he did help me a little bit.
Oh, but he did help you.
Is there a law against this or something?
That's badgering you. Now that is badgering. Do you have any further questions for this witness?
Anything else you would like to say? Help me?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Ms. Dennis, do you have any questions for your own witness?
Yes.
For your own client?
Yes. Elijah, so please tell me what was the kind of language you heard at Mr. Higgins' house.
Do I have to repeat it? It's rather gruesome.
Yes.
Gruesome, really? Well, I think we can elaborate to say them here for the judge and the jury to hear.
Did we really?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, wait. She not coaching her through the speech right now?
This is evidence.
Actually, this is evidence that I helped her
You
make.
seen it?
Yes.
And
Oh,
don't
yesterday.
believe me.
She sees it now.
Okay, sorry.
He called me a slut.
Oh!
And he also said, well, I don't want to say all these
Just
things,
say it,
but
Liza. Just say it.
basically, damn Mrs. Pierce and damn the coffee and damn you and damn my own folly and having lavished hard-earned knowledge and the treasure of my regard and intimacy on a heartless status night. Therefore, that I consider emotional distraught. I mean, he called me a slut. And also, he said that he wasted his time, so evidently he wasn't helping me if he was wasting his own time. And even his own mother said, the advantages of that poor woman who was here just now, the manners and habits that disqualify a fine lady from earning her own living without giving her a fine lady's income. I can't get a job.
Did you ever feel that Mr. Higgins? Do you ever feel that Mr. Higgins?
I don't think she did.
Okay. So, why can you not get a job now?
Because I speak like a lady, so I don't fit in the gutter, as he said, but I don't have enough money to actually be a lady yet.
So what did Mr. Higgins promise you with the deal you guys made?
Leading the witness.
Bam! That was leading Mr. Faye's question.
Okay. What was the agreement between you and Mr. Higgins when you paid him for the service?
That I would be a fine lady?
And are you a fine lady now?
Nope. Yes.
Well, metaphorically I am, because I have a fine lady's speech and voice, but I have no money.
But the way a woman speaks doesn't make her lady, does it?
Not exactly. It's a little bit more complicated.
That would be all.
All right. Any further questions on your side for this witness?
You don't.
Then you may sit down. Will the new witness be called forward?
Like to call.
Forgot the name.
Sit down, please.
I'm pretty sure he's not public.
Someone is getting a picture of this, right?
All right. Any other questions of this witness?
So, Miss.
Hurry, go back to your seat.
So, Mr. Pickard.
There's a list.
No, because I don't think it.
Well, leave what is with you. Thank you.
Well, Mr. Pickard, is it true that you were with Mr. Higgins for most of the time as he was coaching Miss Eliza?
Yes, I was.
You were.
He was a good man.
He was a good man.
He's a good man, son.
I was sure to know.
Good man.
He was a good man.
Yes, he is. And he has lots of. He has lots of love. Very nice, yeah.
He loved her?
No, well,
Can't say.
well, he had that help of love and tender kindness, and when he had that love, tender kindness,
I understand you said the same thing.
Yeah. You know, son. You know.
Getting old. I
Yeah.
understand.
It's okay.
So, in your opinion, has what Mr. Higgins done helped or hurt Miss Eliza?
It has helped her.
Has helped her.
Because when someone's on the streets, and they don't have anything,
So what you're saying is Mr. Higgins took this young lady from the
Objection, he's
street.
not letting the witness finish his statement.
Okay, huh?
Well, excuse me, sorry. But you know, when you're lonely on the streets, you know, you can't get yourself together. You know, Higgins brought her in and helped her, you know. And it helps, you know. And he really helped her, you know. She helped, you know.
No, there's more, but she wouldn't stop. I'm sorry, he wouldn't stop talking. So. So from what Mr. Pickering has just said, he stated that Mr. Higgins has done nothing but helped Miss Eliza. Order.
What he is wearing has nothing to do with the case. Please
Nothing.
continue your question.
Focus.
Right? Is that what you're saying? That he has done nothing but help Miss Eliza.
Very help.
By taking her speech,
Good man.
taking her off this,
Good man.
taking her from the streets, all he had to do was teach her the proper way to talk, and was able to play her off at a ball, or a race thing, as a duchess, nice, proper lady. Yes.
Yeah.
And you were present for this, yes?
Yes, I was very present.
He was there. He was there. Thank you. That's all I have.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, I was done.
Eliza,
I was done.
is it true that he repeated words that were, how can I say, perhaps rude or not proper at the time?
No, very good man. Very.
Please answer my question.
I don't recall, you know.
No, do you recall words like damn Miss Pierce, damn you, damn my own folly? Do you remember that?
No.
You do know that you cannot lie in court, right?
Yes. Well, there may have been one word, you know, but he meant it for a good reason, you know.
Really?
Sometimes you have to show tough love to children. To help them out, you know. Tough love helps, you know.
Sometimes people can go over that limit and even hurt them emotionally. Do you think that's right?
No. I had 10 kids, and my tough love helped them out.
You're not married.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Do we have a maid here? Wait, is one of you guys a maid?
The parlor maid?
Yeah, can one of you guys be
Yeah.
a maid?
We have Miss Pierce.
Pierce, yeah?
Miss Pierce is here.
Where?
You can't call me.
Okay, good. Oh, you know, not right now. Okay. So, do you recall Mr. Higgins calling Eliza a slut?
No, I don't remember that. No.
Why are you lying?
No.
Ain't Where do you think for that?
Chop, come here, chop. Chop.
You're not?
Okay,
Pickering. Do you believe you helped Eliza more than Mr. Higgins did?
I feel that I stand back and watch a little bit, you know, to help, but Higgins did the most work. I feel he did, and now she's successful now. She's successful.
Okay. But don't you feel like you set a better example than Mr. Higgins? I mean, with your manners, like how you treated her and all that?
No.
So you feel that you treat Eliza worse than Higgins did?
No.
Alright.
So you just admitted that. Are there any further questions for this witness?
Can I say something, please? But Higgins is getting
Out
tired.
of order.
Okay.
Please sit down.
Sit
Down.
down.
And then we call their next witness.
You call Mr. Freddy. So, Mr. Freddy, can you explain to the judges here and to the court how what role you played in this process?
I'm in love.
Who were you in love with?
Miss Eliza Doolittle.
And at what point did you find that you loved this one?
When she became a lady.
So once she became a lady.
I thought I was supposed to be a boy.
No.
Were you paying attention?
No. I wasn't. Okay, start again. Replay.
I bet.
Will you please repeat the question for the jury?
So at what point did you find that you loved Miss Eliza?
When she became a lady.
So once she became a lady is when you found that you had feelings for her, not before. Right. So what I'm hearing is a gentleman such as yourself only found love with a young lady, not some street loser.
Street rat.
Street rat, yes.
You did sell flowers.
Hey, I'm not asking.
But I love you. I love you.
So you fell in love with Miss Eliza here once Mr. Higgins, he is correct, Mr. Higgins taught her how to speak as a lady.
I would have never found my true love if it hadn't been for Mr. Henry Higgins.
I have a piece of evidence here that I would like the witness to read.
Has the judge seen this
I
paper?
want to see it.
Objection, there should be no whispering.
I had to read it to her.
I couldn't read it.
Okay. Calm down. It's all right. I'll help you through it.
No, you cannot tell the witness what to say. No,
No, he's actually writing the words. He is reading the words.
Well, he's trying to.
Yeah, you have to
I can't
read all that
myself.
aloud, please.
Andrea, stop
I'm
objecting
right,
everything.
she's wrong, nana nana boo boo.
Thank
And who are you referring to when you are saying who is wrong?
That's me. Oh, she's wrong. I'm
Oh,
right.
you're wrong. Okay, he just admitted.
Wait,
he's wrong.
are you standing up right now?
Wait,
I'm gonna need you to sit down.
Pop that thing on you.
So, Mr. Freddy, would you agree with me in saying that the defense here is building their entire case on nothing but the foul language that Mr. Higgins used? Absolutely, she is building her entire case
Objection,
on
he's
nothing.
leading the witness.
I mean, no, I would be the first one to say that, sometimes a little rough language is necessary.
Really?
Mr. Freddy, were you brought
Wait till your turn.
up on any foul language from your parents?
Yes.
Yes.
Obviously, that's why.
And you see where it got him. That's why
Freddie is wearing a skirt. That's why Freddie is
All right.
You may begin your question at this witness now.
Freddie, what do you consider a lady?
That's not between the other lawyer, please.
Anyway.
Who is nice and pretty and speak well and doesn't sound like they live in the sewer.
So even if a person is mean and hateful and just everything else bad, but they speak correctly, do
No.
they that lady?
I said someone who's nice and pretty and doesn't speak like they're in the sewer.
So they have to be pretty. They can't be ugly.
Well, preferably.
Okay. So what made you fall in love with Eliza? What charmed you?
She was nice and she was pretty and she sounded like she lived in an estate, not in a sewer.
Question. I thought Freddie was the one. Hey, wait.
love with Eliza the whole time, but she was looking at Virginia.
No, I saw her in that Covent Garden selling flowers, and I didn't give her a second look.
Would you give me a second look when my voice changes?
Jason Norton, please come to the office. Jason Norton.
Would you still love her?
Nope.
Wait a minute.
So if the way somebody talks determines their social class, because she wasn't a higher class, you would have not fallen in love with her? Okay, you're saying that the way someone speaks determines their social class. Agree, disagree? Okay, so you're saying that even though she has everything else that you would want in the person you love, just because she didn't speak like you wouldn't fall in love with her. And do you think that is honest and correct? All right, I'm done with you.
Are there any further questions for this witness?
Well, y'all losing.
Yes.
Can I?
There's one more question after he is done with his question. You may
So you fell in love with this person.
Get that
Lady.
paper.
You only fell in love with her once she learned how to speak and had the proper attire, correct? If you wouldn't mind, can you tell the jury who provided such things for her?
Mr. Henry Higgins.
Mr. Henry Higgins.
Colonel Pickering
You're
paid
nowhere
for it.
near the stand right now.
When it's your turn to speak, you may speak.
So Mr. Higgins has provided everything that the defense needed for you to fall in love with her, such as fine clothing, proper way to speak, proper way to act. That's all I have.
Any further questions?
Can I call the next witness?
Sound
That's
like
just my
Stewart's mother.
question. I don't want him to call the next one.
Yes,
Yes.
Maggie does that too.
Maggie D. Stewart. Would you?
Well, should we call you first and then her?
Do her first.
We're having a little giggle party and we're trying to see.
Mrs. Higgins.
Hey, no whispering to the judge, remember?
She's asking who she could call.
She whispered it.
I would like to call Dr. Krause. Psychiatrist Krause.
Psychiatrist crowd.
Y'all adding characters.
They brought it special.
Alright.
Here, we're going to be provided with professional knowledge.
You called her?
You did not even know me like that.
Dr. Krause. Would you consider being around a violent environment with words such as damn and people calling you a slut? Would you consider that to be, I don't know, maybe emotionally and mental abuse?
Yes, in fact. I would also say that it could even determine a person's life because how they see themselves can affect their actions and where they go in life, how they feel about themselves. It can even, if the emotional and verbal abuse is bad enough, then it can also drive a person insane.
Okay. Do you think that it can help them, such violent terms in any way, as some witnesses said that?
No, definitely not. Tough love is different from verbal abuse. Tough love is sometimes necessary to help people learn lessons that are difficult, but verbal abuse is something different. Verbal abuse can ruin a person's self-esteem.
So would you agree that calling a person a slut and giving them a bad example would be personal and emotional abuse?
Yes, I would.
Thank you very much. That's all.
Any further questions?
On my side, never mind.
So,
Dr. Crap.
so what I'm hearing is, as specialists, you determined that a whole 3 dirty words is considered verbal abuse.
Yes, if it's
So how many words?
Objection! He did not let the witness finish her statement.
Continue your statement before he interrupted you.
If it directed at someone, yes.
So at what time? You did finish? Okay. Okay. So at what point does it stop being tough love and become verbal abuse?
Well, there's a very thin line, but you have to be very careful not to
And
cross
where
it.
is that
And
very-
a specialist such as Henry Higgins should be aware of such lines. He should be aware of such thin lines and know when they are crossing them and when they're not.
And at what point are they crossed?
Well, when it's cussing and being profound is one thing. But when you call someone a slut, it hurts their self-esteem.
Profound. Profound is being like amazing.
It's amazing.
Wonderful. Thank you.
They're quite profound.
Shut up and let the witness talk.
Great influence.
Nobody's talking to you.
But it can be negative.
Profane.
So where did you get your degree at?
Oh, God.
Relevance?
Relevance to cause a specialist. Her specialty is in psychology, and you obtained your degree from
Right around the corner.
Is this really the specialist that we want on your stand? Is this a lady that we want to decide
Objection.
his guilt or innocence?
Last time I checked, I was not the one being asked questions, this witness was.
Wow. Okay. So seeing as though you obtained your degree from whatever you obtained your degree from. Above my butt and around my Okay. So, seeing as though you obtained your degree from UMBAAT University, at what point, well, when did you graduate? When did you just receive your degree?
Objection. Is this needed for this case? No.
Why is this witness not going on trial?
Thank you very much.
Question. If you stuffed your butt around the corner, wouldn't you know when she got
I've been through some tough times. I did some rough things.
Order in the courthouse! Order in the courthouse! Order in the courthouse! Right after you. That's why you lose. That's why you lose. Alright, moving on.
So what I'm hearing from this is that you're a dropout.
So you were a witness to everything that Mr. Higgins said to Eliza, right? Yes. Okay. Did you hear his verbal abuse?
Yes.
Silence, please.
Thank you.
But I would call it.
And what would you call it?
I'm a girl.
Sorry.
Shut up. I know.
I would call it providing her with determination to pull herself up out of the gutter herself and work hard herself to do what I never had the nerve to do was and leave him. Leave his sorry butt.
I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. So you said you wouldn't call it verbal abuse?
No.
I was like, okay, so what would you call it?
Encouragement.
Okay, so if I called you a slut, that would be encouraging you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes? And what would that encourage you to do exactly?
To be a better person so you would think of me as a slut.
Really?
Yes.
What if I...
Your phone's ringing, Miss Character.
Do you believe...
AATC calling. Yeah, I can do that one. All right, bye. Thanks for that.
Who's the professors there?
See Miss Ransom.
Don't ask questions you don't want answers to.
Professor Colin?
Okay, so
In the left
would you believe that...
Did you see a bad example from Mr. Higgins? No. Do you consider...
Did you see mistreatment?
Yes.
Such as?
Such as well, he did call her a slut. Which is
Hold on, but you just said it was an encouragement.
You weren't there.
So now blah blah.
I wasn't there. Never mind.
So hold on. So you said it was an encouragement, but now you say you saw the mistreatment of calling her a slut.
No.
Yes, you did
No.
just say that though.
I
I heard you. Yeah, I heard you say that right there.
What?
It's been recorded. So okay, so let me understand. You said that by calling her a slut, he encouraged her, but he also mistreated her by saying that. Thank you. That's all I needed to know.
So, Miss Pierce.
You gotta have 5 of them,
Can you go ahead and provide the jury with your viewpoint of what has occurred here?
Yes. I feel that Professor Henry Higgins, who is actually a very big brute, he gave Miss Eliza the encouragement to get off and get out of the streets and to do better for herself. And it took a lot of pushing and mistreatment, but she was able to leave. She had the courage to leave, which I have never had the courage to leave Mr. Higgins myself and to get a better job and better myself in society.
So, in your point of view, you're saying that he has done nothing but help the witness become a fine, outstanding young lady.
Yes.
He has done nothing but encourage her to better herself.
Yes. Okay. Any more questions?
Yeah, sure, you can say this. Okay. So, do you consider that it's healthy to stay up very late at night? Like, let's say 3, 4 a.m. and wake up, or maybe not even go to sleep and work the whole next day. Do you believe that is healthy?
In the spirit of productivity, yes.
Really?
Yes.
And do you think that one is, well, I should have some psychologist, but whatever. Do you think that one is able to be as productive or perhaps give the 110% that they could if they had a full night's sleep?
If they were being productive during the night, they don't necessarily have to keep it up during the day.
But if they stayed awake all night and still had to, you said that it's best to stay productive during the night and then they could be during the day. Do you think they could be as productive though?
Yes.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Okay. Well, leave that alone. All right. You said that he gave her the courage to leave him, but she already had that, didn't she? Don't you think that that was her own will? She had the will to come in to Mr. Higgins' place. She had her own will to leave his place, don't you think?
But she had nothing to go for after. She had nothing besides him after he was finished with her.
And what did she have for her before?
She had a warm bed, clothes, pretty things.
Before?
Like,
That was
coming
her.
in.
That was her initiative to come in and to get out.
But her dad's being rich now afterwards. What did she have to leave to go now?
Nobody wants to go back to their father.
Like, recess, like 2-minute recess, like on the Lord.
Do you have any other questions for this week?
Or just like take a break, like pause right here.
Okay, yeah, I'm done.
Alright.
I'm not.
Take a special break for a second.
Are we recessing?
After Nelson. Well, recess, Leanne, you're the judge.
So what?
Miss Carricker, should we call?
She said that's time.
Should we call recess?
Just for a second, because I know I've laughed too much. I need just a second.
Call the recess for
2 minutes.
So
2-minute recess.
2 minutes.
That way.
Not my hearing. Yes. That's all I know.
Okay. So yes, perhaps she was able to sing and all, but she was like, you all know that when you're tired, even though you're tired, if you're really happy, you know, you got that little, tired. Can't I like talk to the jury?
Yes, you're supposed to talk to the jury.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Okay. So what was I gonna say? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you can be tired, and you know that if you get some good news, obviously you're not gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna sleep, whatever. If you get good news, you're gonna be like, ah, yay, blah, 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 and then you just knock out and crash. You know? So that's not a valid excuse. Anyways, what I was gonna.
So she was happy because of what?
Nobody's talking to you. Okay.
Speak until it is your turn on the witness stand.
I want to ask you, what do you think a lady is? What's your definition of a lady?
Someone who is able to speak properly and has good manners and treats everybody with respect.
Okay. What did Mr. Higgins teach Eliza?
How to speak properly.
How to speak as in how to pronounce, or did he teach her how to think as an upper class?
Both.
Did he really?
Yes.
So why doesn't Eliza fit in the upper class now?
Because she doesn't have any money. She can think like that, but she doesn't have
She
any
can
money.
think like a higher person. You think so? Really? So the only thing that is preventing her from being upper class is money?
Yes.
But if her dad is rich now,
Her dad's not rich. Her dad's only middle class.
well, but exactly, she's like in between. He's upper middle class though, because he has that amount of money. So if she can't think, you think that she can think like upper class. You think she has good manners and all that stuff. He taught her that. Did he have good manners himself?
Seldom.
Be honest.
So how can he teach something that he does not have?
Good point.
Thank you.
Guilty. Excuse me, Mr. Nelson. Kate.
You're losing.
Oh, what are you doing?
Stop.
You may be seated.
Now, the next witness.
I would like to call Mrs. Higgins, please.
Would you like to call?
Lady.
Well, I took her from a very lowly position. She sold flowers at the market. And I took her and I taught her phonetics, and she is now qualified as a lady in society.
So she is now qualified as a lady. So she's now qualified as a lady, which can ensure her possibility to move up in the world,
Exactly.
to make more money one day,
Exactly.
to marry a finer young gentleman
Exactly.
than where she had once came from.
Precisely.
Would you mind telling the jury where she came from, where you found her?
She was in Covent Garden. She was selling flowers. Threw her flowers on the ground. She was very poor, dirty, had very little, and we took her from that, and she was able to blossom.
Where is she now?
I think you should do this in song.
And
I think you should do this in song.
well, you see, she is here. She is now at a position where we have provided, me and the Colonel, we provided her with the resources so that she can move up in the world with money, with the phonetics that I taught her, and now she is in a position to be in a high-class society.
That's all I have for now.
Hello, Professor Higgins.
Good afternoon.
What is your process of turning someone into a lady?
Well, what my job is, I do this for many different people who want to move in the world. Is such an accent? Is it Colombian, New Jersey? Grew up in New Jersey. I
Bump both you guys.
Bump! Bump you
Okay.
The process is teaching her to pronounce certain words, and then she's able to grow from that and speak like a lady. Not only did we teach her to speak like a lady, we also provided her with a way to learn manners, and she wore nicer things, was cleaned, she bathed regularly. And that is the process. It's a combination of things.
What manners did you teach her?
Well, by putting her in a situation where she was surrounded by people with good manners, I was able to teach her those manners. Colonel Pickering was he's an excellent gentleman, as well as my mother, who I put her in front of, as well as the Miss and Mrs. Earnsill.
Okay. So if you guys recall, I think he said that Colonel Pickering, his mother, and Miss and Mrs.
It's for you.
them gave them a good example. So you admit that you did not give her a good example.
In regards to manners, I did not necessarily give her the best manners. I did indeed give her good manners, but not necessarily the best. But I think what is being presented before the jury today is whether or not I helped her or not. Not necessarily where I gave her one specific part of the whole. I gave her the main part, which was indeed speaking properly.
Okay, so is a good example needed to become a lady? Or to become anything at all? Do you need a good example of something to be that something?
No, not necessarily.
No? Then how do you learn to be that something without an example?
Any kind of sense.
Any kind.
No. Shut up.
Well, I mean, people go from something to nothing, and they don't necessarily have an example, but they still grow from it.
But do you say that the lack of good example makes them go lower?
They digress?
No, not always, obviously.
So either they stay the same or go lower, right?
No, they can improve. It's obviously that she improved. How could you say that she didn't improve if she's here where she is today?
But
being able to speak properly like a lady and have a flower shop, that was her dream. And would you say that being able to give her the position to obtain her dream would hurt her? I disagree. It has to have helped her.
What do you consider a lady?
A lady is someone who speaks properly, acts correctly, and dresses nicely.
Okay, and the way someone acts, do you think it's something that is taught or something that is in them, like that's who they are?
It can be a combination of both.
Okay.
Relevant?
Anyway, okay. So, you say by the accent of somebody, it determines whether they're a lady or not.
It is a partial in the factor in the whole.
But wouldn't you say that what you mainly taught Eliza was just an accent? You, not the whole experiment of the 6 months, because obviously your mother and Colonel Pickering
Colonel Pickering would have never
allow
been
me
in
to
the
finish,
position.
please. Thank you. Colonel Pickering and your mother and Mrs. and Miss Einford Hill were the ones who gave her a good example. Yes, but you, what did you teach her? Just a good accent, right?
Not just that. I provided her with all of those things. She would have never come in contact with any of the people that you previously mentioned had it not been for my influence.
Who bought her all the stuff?
My associate, Colonel Pickering.
So you didn't buy her the stuff. So you didn't buy her the stuff, or you didn't give her a good example.
I gave her the money to come to me. I gave her money, which she used of her own free will to buy a taxi to come to my house and provide payment for lessons, which I, in fact, even though it is something that I am paid for, and it is my profession, I gave it to her for free.
Okay, so she paid to come to your house and be offended and being called slut. That's what she did.
I called her that one time. If you can blame someone for one moment of passion for their entire life and their influence on someone, then that is completely wrong.
So you justify calling her a slut?
Wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I was wrong in that. You are right. I was wrong. But can you blame someone for an entire life influence for one accidental moment of passion?
So you're saying that all the bad examples you gave her are totally fine?
Oh God.
Not meant for you.
But on the first one.
She throw her head up. Y'all, she throw her head up.
Professor Higgins, what makes someone
He's still rubbing his hand.
You cannot hear me.
Problem. Personal.
Personal, okay. Professor Higgins!
Lord Jesus.
Please do. Okay, I'm sorry. Professor Higgins, what makes someone
Lonely or lonely?
low and low flat?
They do not have money. They do not have the ability to make money. And they do not have the proper tools, such as a good pronunciation of words.
Okay. Do you believe that Eliza had the ability to make Florence before she even came to you?
No, she could not have. She tried, obviously. She tried to be a flower lady. But I mean, if you notice, from the witnesses, she did not make much money. She had to beg. It was less selling and buying, more so begging from other people so that she could make her money, which is not a business at all.
Really?
She dresses nicely.
She don't like you.
And she acts correctly.
So if your mother had all those things, so if your mother had all those things, except for the fact that she couldn't speak properly, would she still be a lady?
Well, I mean, many people come to me for that. I mean, that's what they pay me. I teach them phonetics, how to speak properly. Yes, she would have maybe like qualities, but on the whole, she would not have the full qualities of a lady.
So
She would
your
have certain
answer,
qualities.
yes or no?
It is obviously maybe. She has some qualities, but she would not have the full aspect of being a lady.
So Eliza, when she came to you, she had 0% of lady characteristics. And afterwards, thanks to everybody else's influence, she was able,
Including mine.
which was the accent.
I hope it hurts.
Obviously, that was my most major contribution.
Okay, so that's all you
It's
gave
my
her.
major contribution. She would have not had all the other people had it not been for me.
But do you think the reason that she needed you, that says that everything else, the wrong things you did are okay?
She would have not come into acquaintance with the other people.
Hey, you ain't gonna answer no question.
I like to hold back this week.
Yeah, we got to stop in 2 minutes to
Okay.
do a verdict.
All right. So let's refresh. We're here to
Hurry up.
determine whether Professor Higgins helped or harmed Eliza. And I think the best person to tell us is Eliza herself. crap, I totally lost my train of thought. Okay, Eliza. In the, how much, 6 months that you were in Professor Higgins' household, who was your best influence? Who were your best influence?
Colonel Pickering, of course. He taught me how to be a lady by showing me how a lady is treated. He treats me with the utmost respect, unlike some people. He didn't call me mean names, and he actually bought all my dresses and was the nicest person to me, by far.
Go home again? Go home. Why? Ask your mama.
Even his own mother, as well as his housekeeper, Mrs. Pierce, said, what is to become of her after she leaves? Is she going to go back together, or is she going to become a lady? I can't do either. I can't go back and sell flowers because, of course, no one will accept me back in my circle of friends, and I can't become a lady because I have no money. Yes, my father came into some money, but he's going to lose it as soon as he gains it. We all know that. So, virtually, I'm left stranded. And he didn't think about that.
So, would you say that because, would you say that, would you say that, what was you saying?
We don't know.
So would you say that, Professor Higgins, would you say that Professor Higgins had no positive impact on you?
In my opinion, he taught me nothing but how not to be.
Are you?
My battery's about to die, so we need to reach a verdict.
Yes. Okay. Jury, you need to deliberate.
You owe me something.
You go right ahead. You go right ahead and stand up there all by yourself. You want to take a vote?
Yeah.
But read them.
Yeah, let's read that.